When it comes to the best Christmas special, there's always memorable specials out there like How the Grinch Stole Christmas and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, to name a few. But for me, it's the ones that are so simple and unique. Not only am I a fan of this special, but I consider it as a classic every year. That special is A Charlie Brown Christmas, based on the Peanuts comics by Charles M. Schulz. When Coca-Cola approached the crew to make a Christmas special for the Peanuts, the crew only had until 6 months to make the special. But when CBS, who originally aired the special until the year 2001, saw the special, they hated it.
That's terrible, Charlie Brown!
Complaining the child actors were too amateur and the animation is too slow. The network was going to air it for only a year and never air it again. However, they were quite surprised when the special was a huge hit and was the second most watched special of the week. Not only that, but this special is still airing to this very day ever since 1965. Is this special still an instant classic like everyone said, or was the executives at CBS right before the airing? Let's find out. The story is quite simple. It's Christmas time, and Charlie Brown is not in a holly jolly mood. That is, until Lucy gives him the opportunity to direct a Christmas pageant. And it goes as expected. Charlie Brown can't seem to handle the crowd.
Charlie Brown, isn't it a great play? That doesn't.
Again, as I said, the story is really simple, and it works for something like Peanuts. It has no cliche on saving Christmas or retelling a Christmas carol. However, there's one thing I want to complain about, and that's the execution. When we get into the first few minutes of the story, it's mostly quite just the Peanuts hanging out with each other. I think the story really begins with Lucy giving Charlie the role of the director for the Christmas play. I wouldn't say that ruins the story for me a lot, it's just one thing I want to nitpick. The most memorable part of the story for me is Linus's speech on what Christmas means. I think Linus reciting a quote from the Bible has got to be one of the most adult and powerful things in any Peanuts special, and I love it. It is a controversial topic for some, but some people have different opinions on it, and I'm okay with that. The story is simple, yet captivating, and I think that's not bad at all. When on the topic of the animation, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's choppy. I'm not saying that it's bad in a way when it comes to putting Charles Schulz's drawings on the screen. It works well, but I had to say that despite working it well, there are some bumps on the road. When it comes to the characters doing an action in some scenes, it cuts to that movement very quickly, making it too choppy. But when it's in a one full action, it's done so smooth, and I have to give Bill Melendez and the other animators for trying. Sometimes animation doesn't have to be like Disney's animation to look good. You can make the limited animation work if you put life into it. And I think this special managed to achieve that perfectly.
Here he comes! Attention, everyone! Here's our director! Man's best friend.
Without a doubt, A Charlie Brown Christmas is by far one of the greatest holiday classics ever. It's easily recognizable thanks to the pop culture references we see in other forms of media. Not to mention, Vince Guaraldi's jazzy score is amazing. It's what makes Peanuts Peanuts. So if you've already seen it this year, give it another watch and appreciate the simple story that's considered by all as a classic. Merry Christmas, everyone, and have a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown!
I'll take this little tree home and decorate it, and I'll show 'em it really will work. Besides, I think it needs me.